years ago, Volkswagen had what I consider to be one of my favorite all-time Super Bowl commercials. And this commercial centered on a miniature-sized Darth Vader, somebody's kid, walking around trying to use the Force to do various things. Influence his parents, influence his dog, move, his breakfast dishes across the counter, all to no effect whatsoever. But at the end of the commercial, he was standing on the driveway in front of the new family Volkswagen, and when he, waved the Force at it, his dad hit one of the buttons on the fob and the car beeped at him, and it made him jump. The kid in this commercial encapsulates the childlike faith that a lot of us have, that a lot of us experience when we're kids. And sometimes it leads us to do reckless things like, tie a towel around our neck and jump off the roof like we're Superman without any consideration of the fact that we're going to break our leg. Or the kid who gets on his bike and says, I'm going to bike to Disneyland without really thinking about how far and how long and border crossings and things like that. And I think very much you see the same kind of childlike faith in Peter, who's like, let me come out of the boat. And Jesus says, come on out. And for a moment, he's walking on the water, which I think is extraordinary because no one else walked on the water. None of the other apostles did this. Peter did. But then when Peter realized the storm that was raging around him, when he looked down and said, oh my goodness, I'm walking on water. Well, it almost sounds like one of those old cartoon moments where Wile E. Coyote runs off the cliff, looks down, and then he falls. And he says, Lord, help me. Now, you might ask yourself, why would Jesus let this happen? Why would Jesus allow him to have this whole experience of walking on water, but not really walking on water? Well, I think there's two parts of this. One is kind of like the dad who hit the fob for his kid in the commercial. What a thrill it was to see Peter's faith lead him to do something extraordinary. But I think secondly, and most importantly, it's what Jesus himself exemplifies for us. You see, Jesus, in going off to pray, wants us to remember where our strength comes from. If he, being God, took time to pray, we need to take time to pray. But so too does St. Peter. Need to realize that walking on water was not all about him. It was all about Jesus. So as you head to Mass this Sunday, and as you hear the gospel for this Sunday, remember, keep your eyes on him. Lean on him. Because ultimately, it's all about Jesus.